This might be the cheapest beauty hack that I do. Ladies, are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. So welcome back to my 8-series masterclass for the summer. This is episode 6, and I have had so many requests for how I tape my face, what I do in my nightly routine. I see it so much on Instagram recently because I've been showing you the Japanese face tape that I've been using. This is the latest tape that I've been using. I've been taping my face for about 4 years now. And just to recap a little bit, I don't want to go back into the full story about how I started Botox back in 2005 and all of the things that happened. But just if you're new and you kind of need a little context, they didn't know what it was. I had a neurofibroma growing since I was about 12 in my orbital socket. And it slowly would grow. It was very small, like a little pea, and then it started to grow. And in my early 20s, I wanted to get it out. I was a little insecure about it, modeling and seeing it in photos and feeling like if the light hit it wrong, it just looked like this big like bump, like growth coming out of my eye socket, and it was creating this bulge. So I went to 9 plastic surgeons, maxillofacialists, ocular surgeon. I went to everybody, and no one wanted to take it out. I did MRIs, I did all of this stuff. You know, I went from, oh, we'll take down your forehead, take it out, to, oh, no big deal. We'll just cut it and it'll come out. I just thought we were all over the place. We're not going to do it. No one's on the same page. So I waited, and since they wouldn't do the surgery, I said, well, what could I do? I had a very heavy line right here, and they said, oh, you can do Botox. Now, it had just been FDA approved back then. I think it might have been 2003 or 4, so I started doing it 2005. I was 30. And I thought, okay, I didn't really research it, I just knew I needed to alleviate this awful line and bulge on my eye. So fast forward to 2018, when I had a plastic surgeon that took it out, and it was life-changing for me. First of all, I don't think you should let something just grow on your face that was literally growing. And when I went through IVF, it doubled in size because I did some research when I got the pathology back, and it said it was a neurofibroma, and it said liquid progesterone could increase or help grow a neurofibroma. Well, that's all the information I needed to know. That's why I always say you have to be your own healthcare advocate. Like, no one knows your body better than you. And to be pumped with all these synthetic hormones, and they have no clue what's going on. Like, I just feel like it was just amazing how ridiculously large it got in a very short period of time. I got it out and thought, now I don't have to do Botox. That's the reason I started it. First of all, if I even researched Botox, I probably wouldn't have considered doing it, knowing what can happen. And it's not rare, okay? If you go over on TikTok, you're gonna see all the girls being Botox injured, and it's a very big thing, but no one wants to talk about it, at least in the medical community, because it's like, oh, well, there's risks, but it doesn't really happen. Well, it does happen. You don't wanna be one of those unlucky people that it happens to when you have a neurological issue that you can never reverse. So I don't know. I have a lot of feelings about the whole situation about Botox and how they act like it's, like a car wash. Like you're just going in and it's like routine, like nothing can happen. Well, that's not true. So I started, when I finished that, I think I did Botox one more time after that. I think it might have been 2020. I can't remember. Maybe it was early 2021. But after that, I was like, you know what? Let me research alternatives. So I found an article that was like vintage about taping your face. And I thought, what is that? And it was about these actresses back in the 50s and 60s that did this. And I thought, oh, this has been around for a while. Let me look into this. So I landed on Frownies. That's what they were talking about. This company is 100 years old, over 100 years old, created by a woman. And it's called facial patches. And I've showed this to you for years. So this is what I started off with. So basically, they have 2 different sizes. These are little paper that have glue on the other side. And you break them apart, they're perforated, and then they go into these little triangles. So then you figure out, everybody's gonna have a different face mapping, right? You're gonna have to figure out, where are your areas that bother you, right? Do you have 11s? Do you have the lines up here? Do you have whatever? You have to figure this out for yourself. I am not a master face taper, okay? I am an esthetician. I do experiment with a lot of things, but I actually look at my face and say, well, what really bothers me? Like, what do I wanna really help and try to correct? Another thing I see a lot on YouTube is doctors, plastic surgeons, dermatologists, just gaslighting, mostly men, gaslighting women about menopause, jowls, face taping doesn't work, no scientific, data and what have you. I don't care what scientific data. Do you really think they've spent a lot of time researching face taping? No. It's free. So basically, as in, it doesn't cost that much. They want you to do injectables. They don't want you to be doing alternatives, in my opinion. So I've actually had to block some of these doctors off of my feed because it's just, I'm so tired of their before and afters and trying to scare women. And you're basically being feared into doing things. And that doesn't have to be that way. At least in my opinion, you don't have to do that. I am taping my face because I see results. That's all I care about. I don't care what scientific background you have on face taping. Doesn't matter. If I'm seeing results and I've been doing it consistently for 3 or 4 years now, that's all the information I need. I don't need some big study. I don't need any of that kind of stuff. I know what works. I know it doesn't work. So this is how these little triangles come. And so you place them, you wet the back of them, and then you place them, in whatever pattern. So I usually look like I have like this Superwoman little crown because I will go the whole forehead just until here. I have never put them really here. I don't feel, this is not, I did one to my finger. I just didn't like the feeling and I felt like this is not really sticking on here. So this is the frownies that I started with. Then they come in this larger one here. This is for corners of eyes and mouth. So that made sense because this didn't really feel, the regular squares didn't really feel like this was a good shape. So then you have them, they come looking like this and they come in a larger square. And then you basically do the same thing, they're perforated and you're going to get different, you'll still get those little triangles like this, but then you have a little bit different shapes here. So you'll see this has a different shape. So you can actually go above the eyebrows. So you see how it has like that little kind of point up and it kind of just like angle, I guess, if you will go over your eyebrow, different areas like that. Or you can do it where it's like this. So it just depends on what you're comfortable with. So there's 2 different options when it comes to frownies. Then I had noticed a little over a year ago, they were starting to look like a tent. So I must move my forehead a lot during the night, or maybe the adhesive just wasn't, I don't know, maybe something just wasn't working. So they weren't working for me that much anymore. So I moved on to, I saw this on TikTok. I got a couple packages of these. This is my last package. I didn't really love these. It's called Nasu Beauty Face Tape. 110 pieces come in this. I should tell you how many come in. 144 come in the frownies, this package. Same as the larger package, 144 pieces. So this one, let me show you. I didn't like these because they're already pre-cut. So you'll see they're already pre-cut. So there's just these same sizes. Like there's nothing that's different. I guess I could cut these down, I don't know. I didn't like how small they were. I guess if you're just doing, 1 or 2 here, then it's probably works for you. But I thought this would take up way too many to do my forehead like I usually do. So I've moved on to my Japanese face tape. Oh, you know what though? They do have some smaller ones. So you have the larger ones and then these smaller ones. Still didn't work for me though. I was using too many and this wasn't, I don't remember how much this was, but I felt like it was a little bit higher for the price point. So I moved on to Japanese face tape that I buy on Amazon and I get it for $20. I think it was $16, so sometimes it's on sale. So I'm gonna show you how I've been taping my face now. I do my regular nighttime routine. I'll put on a serum, I'll put on my cream, and then I wait 20 minutes. I'll go and I'll read, or I'll do my wrist. I got my red light for my wrist. Everything's getting back to normal, which is wonderful because I'm wearing wrist splints at night. But wait until you hear everything that I do. You think that I'm like a mummy. And sometimes I have to pull back on certain things because it's a little too much. I'm going to show you how this works. And it's so great. I'll link everything below. This is not sponsored. This is just what I do and what I really love. And I see results. So this is really neat because look how much you have and you can cut whatever you want. There is a video I found for you that this massage therapist shows you how to do for gels and for saggy cheeks. So I thought it was really interesting. I'll link it below because I think it's important. It's a very short video. So what I do is I pre-cut them all. I'll cut this whole roll up because at night I'm not in the mood to do cutting. I don't want to cut anything. I just want to grab them and I'll put them on because the less I have to do at night, the better. So I'll show you. So I'm going to just cut this piece off here because that is like half right there. So what I do here is I just cut a bunch of these squares on this line and I'll put them all together. And then you'll see this right there, that middle, just right in the middle, I'll cut them in half. So I cut it probably about 5 or 6 at one time. You got to make sure at the very end that you're cutting through because you don't want to kind of pull them or snag them. And now you have your little, these work for me. I don't cut around the corners. I don't do that. You'll see people doing that. They're like, oh, sharp edges. They're not sharp at all. It's tape, it's soft tape. So what I do is, what's nice is you just pull in the middle. Do you see? Then I take this off. You don't want to stretch the tape. You want to stretch the skin wherever it is. You want to lay the tape down. So I had this big line here from that neurofibroma. I got it removed and then it was smooth, but I got this line over here. So basically I don't have 11s, I have a 1. And it bothers me. So that is what I concentrate on. And I just make it nice and smooth. You want the tape to be smooth, just like that. So I'm addressing this line here. And then I address the lines on the side. So I try to make sure I'm not on the hair. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes, and I love the fact that these are wider. So I just do this. It will go over your moisturizer if you wait the 20 minutes. Don't try to do your skincare routine and then throw these on and think they're not going to stick, because they won't stick if it's going to be oily. I don't put oil on my forehead. I only do a serum and then I do a cream. So then I just keep moving my way around on my forehead. So that works for me. Sometimes I'll take, like, since I have these little ones that I don't love, I'll put one right there or just to use them up. But this is basically what my forehead looks like at night. Now, I have been doing, I'll take one of these strips like this and I'll cut them to be long, just like a nice little strip like this. And sometimes, I don't do it all the time. I'll probably do it like maybe twice a week or so. I will go from right here up. Now I just wanted to see if it would help with like the puffiness, like if I'm helping with any kind of lymphatic drainage when it comes to waking up. I don't feel these like I did the frownies. So this is actually really nice. That's just me doing experiments with the sagging cheeks and the gels. She shows you, see like right here, she shows you that you need to, where you need to have, like where it is. It's about, she gives you the measurements, but I'm going to just show you what she showed in case, and I'm gonna make this small. So you don't wanna snag like this, so I gotta cut this off. But you have so much control when you are, this should probably be cut down a little bit. I never like to waste. You can get ones pre-cut like you had seen, but this is what she showed for like the gel area here. And you're supposed to push your jaw out and then apply it. So there you have for that gel, and then she does one here for the cheek. You can do it on the other side also. I haven't tried this. This is gonna be interesting to see what happens with this. Yes, I know you're all saying, oh, you don't have gels, whatever. Okay, I'm 50. I see things happening with my face. Yes, I do see the jaw, where we'll talk about the gua sha in a minute. But yes, this is when, you know, everything's starting to happen. So this is all about preventing, about being able to do something natural to be able to see results, which I do. So this is neat. I think it's really great. I love doing this. So this is what I have ended up with because I find that I have the most flexibility with it. I can customize different areas of my face. I am not, again, an expert on face taping. You can watch plenty of videos on what everybody's doing. Some people are getting really like, it's just a little too much for me. I don't need to make designs all over my face and look like a complete map. I just want to address the things that are bothering me. So I will do this. Then in the morning, when you take them off, it doesn't hurt at all. It's not like a tape, like it's not like a Band-Aid. So I just take the corner and I just hold my skin and I just take it off. It's actually very comfortable. So this is not a big deal. I gotta tell you though, and I've said this so many times, when I wake up in the morning and I take this off of my forehead, it is like a skating rink. It is like glass. It is so beautiful. And when I don't do it, I can see a difference. So they'll tell you, oh, it's just temporary, it's plumping, you know, keeping hydration at the epidermis. I don't know. I just think that you need to experiment and see what your skin looks like and be consistent. If you want to do this once a month, it's not going to work for you. You need to be doing this. I do it every night, but they say, you can do it every other night or give your skin a break. I don't give it a break. I just do this every single night. And I do see a difference. I see a difference on film. I see a difference with just every time I wake up. Sometimes I'll have a little line or so from the tape, and then I just massage it in. I'll put some oil on my face and I'll do my gua sha. This is another really great thing. I actually have this on my website for you. I made it stainless steel. So if you drop it because your hands are oily, you're not going to break it. So this is another thing to be able to do to really help with sculpting and shaping the face, moving that lymphatic drainage. This is really, really a nice thing to do. So I'll do that in the morning. And then I do my Zip Beauty. So this is nanocurrent. And I really love it because it's very light for me. And I will put on the gel. That's really like a nice little mask in the morning. And I do this consistently. This is something that I wasn't doing consistently before. And now I put it into my habit, like just stacking it with everything else. And I will do this. I'll do the chin. It's 5 minutes. I'll stand on my vibrating plate and do this. So that's another way I'm able to do two things at once. Stand on the vibrating plate. When you turn this on, it beeps. When you've done your nice little stroke, beep, you do it again. So this is really a nice way to give your face a workout. So maybe do this 3 times a week. And it really, if you consistently do a routine of taping the face, doing nanocurrent, microcurrent, doing all of the things, doing the gua sha, you're going to see a very big difference, especially if you have puffy skin in the morning. You really need to move that. It feels so good also. And it's not a task. It's not like, oh, it's one more thing. I mean, if you're committed to having a certain longevity with your skin and looking the best you can, I think that that's really the goal and that's the incentive because you will see results. So that is basically a very simple way that it's like the cheapest thing that I do for a beauty hack is this tape. I love it. I will wake up. If I forget, I will wake up and go and put this on my forehead because I know what a difference that it makes. And I've been seeing it for the last 4 years or so. So I hope that helps you. It's not like I'm giving you like this is exactly what you have to do. Look at your face, figure out what you want to address, figure out what works for you. Then you're going to start seeing the results and you're going to really love it. I would love to hear your comments below. Have you been trying any face tape? Does it work for you? What have you seen? How long have you been doing it? Have you been doing any nanocurrent? I mean, I think these are things that are very simple. The nanocurrent is an investment, but you're going to use it all the time. And it's so light and easy to travel with that you're going to love it. Sit in bed, do it. There's also an app I've told you about. I've done tons of videos on this little device. There's an app that you can have where the creator does all these different facials with you. So it's almost like having facials on demand. So if you want to just work out the orbital area in your eye area, if you want to do cheeks, you want to do full face, I love that. I like having a little coach, like a little facial coach when I'm doing, the work on my face. But that's pretty much it. I would love to hear what you think. And until my next video, I'll see you later.